After all the stresses and traumas of the big day, it's time for you to sit down, relax, unwind and enjoy yourself. Yes, it's the honeymoon. And I'm here to meet a very special lady who has some seriously hot tips for us. So, let's talk honeymoon. Where should a couple start?
Well, I think the honeymoon is probably the most exciting and fun decision to make when planning your big day. I think you really need to sit down and think really hard about what you both enjoy.
Now, personally, I like to relax and get away from the real world. Where would you recommend?
Well, for the most relaxation, I definitely say that you should go to the Maldives. It is pure paradise. And, you know, if you just want to sit back, relax, chill out and do nothing, that is the best possible place for you to go. One particular favourite resort of mine, which is called Sullivan of Wedding Magazine, this actually has a philosophy of no news, no shoes. So you spend the whole day barefoot, walking around the island, and really it's the perfect way to chill out.
But a honeymoon doesn't have to be just about sea and sand, does it?
Absolutely not. You can do twin centre honeymoons, which is a great way of relaxing on a beach for a week and then going on safari. Or if you're really adventurous, spend the whole time on safari. I mean, Richard Branson's is an absolute brilliant place to go to, Ulu Saba in South Africa, where it's a private game resort, and it is the most exciting place you could possibly go. You can stay in a tree house type of villa, and you'll be sitting there watching the animals underneath you just strolling past to drink some water. I mean, what more could you possibly want?
And that really is something quite spectacular.
Absolutely, and I think that it's such an adventure, and it's an adventure of a lifetime, really. And I think that's what a lot of people want from their honeymoon. They want something that they've never discovered before, and really it's got to be the destination of a lifetime.
Some of us like to party hard and enjoy the nightlife. Where do we go for that kind of honeymoon?
Well, I'd always recommend the Caribbean. Paradise beaches. Antigua is a particular favourite of mine. It's got 365 beaches, so one for every day of the year. And also it's got so much entertainment, and there's live music, and it's just such a great place to go.
Now, obviously cost has come into this. How do we create something spectacular on a budget?
Well, I think if you've got a tight budget, there's so many different things you can do. You can go closer to home, so you go for a European destination. You could go to somewhere like Italy, and actually, otherwise, you could then save some money and go a bit later on. There's no reason why you have to run away on honeymoon the day after your wedding. Why not wait a few months, save some money, till you really can have enough to be able to go somewhere that you really want to go.
Now, one other thing I've heard of is couples asking for their wedding guests to donate to the actual honeymoon via the wedding list. Is that a good idea?
Definitely. I think that's a great idea, especially if you've already been living together for quite a long time. You're going to have everything you want in your house or home anyway. And so I think it's a great way for you to be able to afford to go somewhere.
OK, let's talk romance. What is the ideal honeymoon destination?
I think it definitely has to be Venice. It's got the advantage of being close to home, but it's probably the most romantic destination you could go to. Also, it's romantic all year round. A perfect place to stay would be the Cipriani Hotel, which is a short boat ride away from the main centre. There you can really get a feel for the city without the crowds. Also, although it's a cliche, you have to do a gondola. You have to go and ride a gondola because it's a beautiful way to take it in the city, and you know, you've got the perfect excuse as it's your honeymoon.
Now, there are going to be those of us out there that are looking for a little bit of a culture. Where do we go to learn something?
I definitely head to India. It's one of my favourite places. I went to Udaipur, which is in the north, and it is the most beautiful place. It's got the culture, but it's also got the romance as well. And the perfect place for you to stay is the Oberoi. And it's a beautiful, beautiful hotel, which is set back from the lake. You can look on to the lake and actually see the floating palace, and you can see so many other palaces around you, and it's just like something out of a fairy tale. And also, as well as that, you've got the food and you've got the people, and it's just a brilliant place to go.